God bless you all, dearly beloved brothers and sisters in Christ. Now, here is one of our major problems in northern Nigeria. It is in northern Nigeria that you will see somebody who will go to the market, buy a goat or a sheep. They will provide accommodation for that goat, that is shelter. They will feed the goats, they will nurture the goats, they will take care of the goat. But that same person have children outside doing Almajiri. How those children eat, he does not know. Whether they are safe, he does not know. Where they sleep, he does not know. And that same person will expect those children to come out as responsible children. Now, this is the main problem. You see all those Almajiri children, all those children that have been neglected on the streets, they pick up the life of streets. A lot of them grow with so much hate for the society, for family, for human being. They feel that they have been neglected. Sometimes those children may even be asking themselves, why was I even born? These children will grow up and become the ones that are terrorizing us. Show me any educated bandits. Show me any educated terrorists. Show me any educated kidnapper. They have no human sympathy. They have no human feeling. Because they grow up with so much hate. They grow up with so much hate in their hearts. Can you now see part of the problems? This is constituting a major percent of the problems of northern Nigeria. This Almajiri thing is causing problem. And Almajiri is rooted in Islam. Islam. Why? Why? Why?
You don't give birth to children that you cannot raise in this kind of country like Nigeria. And these are the kind of children that will grow up and they will terrorize Nigeria, just like what is going on right now. These are the people, these are the children that are terrorizing Nigeria. The grown ones, those are the ones that are terrorizing Nigeria. And this is where it starts from. One age. And this is the same age that it starts from. These children are using gum. Yet, you wonder why terrorism continue to grow in Nigeria. You wonder why some people continue to invest in that same terrorism, because they know they can meet children like this to initiate them. These children will grow up with no sympathy, no empathy in them. Haka za su girma, babu wani tausayi a zukatansu, because nobody ever took care of them. Nobody ever cared for them. They will become menace in the society. And that is what we are battling right now. Things like this. These children grow up, babu one day, nobody was there for them. Nobody to cater for them. And their children, their parents continue to get pregnant. Where are we going? And yet when we speak, some people, you come for us, you don't even listen and watch. What are we talking about? These are things that are affecting Inka. When they are affecting Inka. Hey, kanka da zaka zo, you come and drop your useless comment. Go and look at yourself. All the schools are even shut down. They are, like, schools are being shut down because of terrorism everywhere. Yet you want us to just keep quiet and watch. And you want a better country. Oh, let's continue to pray for our country. Fuck you with your prayers. Fuck you, fuck your prayers. Who cares about your prayers? Who told you that you can use a prayer alone to fix a country? Who told you that, Degaina? From where are you listening to that rubbish? Go around the world. Do they pray to fix their country? Even you have to pray, you have to work. That's the reason God has given you all this God-given brain, all your part of your body for you to be able to make use of it. Not sit down and say you're praying. Yeah, we need prayers. But then you need to work before those prayers can ever come to pass. You cannot just sit down, Kache, where you are praying. Praying for what? What are you praying for exactly? What are you praying for exactly? We see all these things, we weep every day. These are things that we see, we weep every day, for goodness sake. When will all these things stop? Yaushe, when? These are things you're supposed to put more energy on. But where abubuwan da bata shafe ku ba, in another man's land. Meanwhile, in your own house, your own house is on fire. Yet you are trying to quench another man's fire in another man's. You are trying to quench fire in another man's house. Meanwhile, your own house is on fire, man. That's stupid. That's wrong, man. For how long are we going to continue with all this rubbish? These are things that Ekamata couldn't pushing. These are things that you're supposed to be pushing. Most especially northern part of Nigeria, where in the Yosuke Mulkia Nigeria, most of them went to public school. Today, your public school is nowhere to be found. It is private school. If you cannot pay hundreds of thousands, your children cannot go to school. Public schools still are already bastardized. Everything is bastardized. How long, how far can we go with all these things? This is me just saying, like, think about it. Oh God, man. Allah dai kiyaye.
Northern elites, quote me anywhere, the northern elites, no matter how powerful they might be, the religious leaders and even the political leaders, they are in full support of the Almajiri system because it helps them directly or indirectly. Listen to me, let me tell you something. These are Almajiri children. This was recorded in a particular place when they were sleeping in one of the northern states. Now, I can say it with my full chest. A lot of these elites, a lot of these religious leaders, a lot of these influential northern people, they are in total support of this system. And do you know why they're in total support of it? Because this is going to bring more poverty in the land. A lot of people will give birth to more children with no Western education and just Islamic education. I've said this a lot of times. Now, if they have a lot of northern youths that don't have Western education, just know that their level of understanding on things will be very low. Therefore, the religious leaders, politicians can use them to brainwash them to vote for anybody they wish to vote for. I don't know if you're understanding me. Like I told you earlier before, you see the people from the north and the people from the west. I'm talking about the Yorubas and the Hausa people. Those are the people that are easily controlled. Why? Because they have the emirs and they have the obas. Anything these people say, they follow them like Jackie. Anywhere belief is. So let's leave the Western people. Let's concentrate on my people, the people from the north. So, like I was saying, the rich people will never give birth to children and send them out to go and learn Quran or Islamic religion and be begging on the street. It is only the poor people. But you see, the same rich people, they are not speaking against the Almajiri system in Nigeria. Why? Because they are indirectly benefiting from it. It is very hard for the North to develop when you have this set of people, when you have the elites, the religious leaders in Nigeria, most especially the far North. And you know the funny thing, if you want to come and speak against this Almajiri system, there are people that will come and tell you that it is not your business. Allow them to go. It cannot be controlled. Who told you it cannot be controlled? Who told you that it cannot be stopped? So when it comes in terms of this Almajiri system that you're seeing, you give birth to multiple children. For instance, from Kano, you push them to Jigawa to go and have Islamic knowledge. Without no money, without no nothing, you're not even thinking about Western education. What's his name? Sanusi have said this several times about the bad effect of training your children without Western education. But nobody's listening. The North, as it is today, might never develop with this set of people, with this mindset and mentality. There was a time I was going somewhere. I don't want to mention the location, and I branched to one particular area. I saw this particular guy. He was teaching. He's just a random guy that sells stuff. So this Amajiri guy came with the plates. There are just few of them. This guy was teaching these guys Quran, the Holy Quran. He was teaching them, okay, read from here. What do you know about this? What do you know about that? And I tried to communicate with one of them. I noticed that they don't understand English. And I said, you don't understand English? They were nodding their head. No, they can't speak. And this person that was teaching them the Holy Quran cannot even speak fluent English, does not really know much about Western education. So you see, you can have 20 people that want to teach these children Islamic education, but it's very hard for you to have 5 people that will teach them Western education, which is going to make them compete with a lot of people abroad. Same thing with some of our Christian brothers. You can find 100 people that want to preach to you about the salvation of Christ, but it is very, very hard for you to get at least 10 people that will be willing to give you opportunity to have a job or to teach you something for free that is going to help your life.
Good day, Arewa. Good day, Northern Nigeria. So, I have this question I've been wondering. Why is it that it is only in Northern Nigeria that we have this Almajiri thing going on? Because me, as a human being, for the years where I don't live for this life, I've grown to know that as men, we take pride in taking care of our children. But down here for not, be like that. When I could just born, put pikin for street, say, in they go learn how to study Quran. Pikin go they dirty, they beg. I mean, don't you people take pride in taking care of your kids? And one question, now be that. Then you guys keep asking for the help of the government. Like say, na government help na born. Me, my advice to the government is when they find kids like this on the streets, make them catch them. Trace them to their parents, arrest them. When I get counterparts, maybe only Islam na be the religion within this country. We have Christianity, and in Christianity we have seminary schools, we have pastor schools. Parents, they send their children go to schools, and when they send them to that schools, they pay tuition. So, may government just set standard schools for these children where they go learn their Quran, then learn other things, join. Because what they do now, just they create breeding ground for terrorists and criminals. Because I don't see anything good coming out from that system where you have a child exposed to such hardship and you call it apostleship. No, now, Abba, it is wrong. If I happen to the government tomorrow, I say I be governor or president, I go pass through, say if they catch any pikin, set up proper schools for these children. If they catch any pikin for road, they do this begging stuff, trace him to his father or mother, arrest the papa. Why is he not taking care of this child? That is how it should be. Peace.
Hey, welcome back. This is a very, very terrible thing. Although it is very, very hard to hear and believe that these people are really going through in what they have just explained. Although it is so painful to see, especially the first lady crying. You might not know what is going on in her heart, but she is feeling a lot of things, and a lot of things is happening. That is why she came out openly to tell us how and what has made us to be in problem today here. Let's explain what most of them says here. According to the first one believe and says that the people whom they are living with there believe in training sheep, cow, horse, rats and many other things rather than training their own children. They will leave their home to go to the market and buy some animal to train. Meanwhile, their own children are on the street doing a lot of things. After that, when they grow up, they become terrorist bandits and many other things. That is what she says, and that is what brought me to this. You see, I'm not trying to blame those guys who are doing Almajiri on the street, because it is not their fault. It is never their fault. I used to even pity for them at times, because seeing them on the street while some of them are at the age of 4, 5 to 7 is so annoying, and it's something I don't like. At times when I see most of them on the street begging, I give them my funds, I give them my hard-earned money, because I know what their feelings. If it has to be the father of these people that be on the street this way, I will not give. I don't used to give those fathers who are all elders be on the street in the name of Almajiri. I don't used to give my hard-earned funds to those one, because it is those one who made these children to believe that this Almajiri is a work. If these elders of the Almajiri today have gone against it, when this thing was trying to gain ground in northern Nigeria, now them that are on the street with these children too would have been in peace. But they choose to follow what is being read by their Fulani leaders than to support what the Southerners were telling them. That is the reason why they have become problem to us. To all this, what I should tell you that is hearing me, is this: don't let those big one among them, I'm not trying to spoil their business, and in fact it is not a business, because I have seen some elders on the street carrying some load on their head in the name of they want to sell clothes so that they feed their children at home. If those of them who are elders today that are on the street doing begging work in the name of Almajiri, starts copying the same thing those of them who are carrying load on their head and be selling are doing, that same thing, everything will move here and things will go smoothly, but they don't want to. And they don't even know that being under the sun or being under this hot weather will even make you to suffer more than these guys that are carrying their loads and be walking on the streets. I don't know why some of them are too lazy, although it is so difficult to even talk about this or comment about this thing, because this is something that has become a work to these guys. I understand, and I believe that this thing may end very soon, because different Arewa from different background are coming out in regards of all this thing happening. Before they were keeping quiet, thinking that this Almajiri and many other things is a work, is a job. But now that they have noticed that it is not a job any longer, you're trying to force and go against this law that says that Almajiri is the only thing that can liberate you, or they can make people see you as someone who is a holy person, or someone who has not been so bad to the society. Meanwhile, it is the Almajiri that has produced the bandits, the terrorists, and many other Lakurawa and many other guys by buying people, taking people into the bush today. But no one has ever spoken about that from all this elite. I mean the elite of the north. I don't expect any elite from the south to speak on behalf of the north elite, because we are all elite. You guys are all elite. You are the representative of your people. Don't let your people go down like that. You that brought this Almajiri to them, you know the way you brought all this Almajiri, and you still know the same way to take the Almajiri away. Thank you all.